Alright, Ghost Trick. We have only 2 more streams of this game left before the story ends. So let's see where this wild ride takes us. Toast Brick. 2:55 a.m. 10 years ago, a man named Sissel took a little girl named Lynn hostage and then was killed by a meteorite fragment. Tonight, a man named Sissel met a detective named Lynn at a junkyard on the edge of town and then was killed by a bullet. But the scene I find waiting for me on the other end of the phone line feels like the final nail in the coffin of my lost memory. What? Fucking what? Huh? I see myself. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna start off with an insane plot twist. Alright. There you are, Commander Sith, finally. Sissel, where have you been, my good man? We've been looking everywhere for you. Had a little unfinished business to take care of. Didn't think it would take this long. What about your people? They sure went out of their way to mess me up. I say, I believe we fulfilled every one of your conditions in our little deal. What right do you have to complain about anything outside our bargain? We can talk about that when we get together. This will be our last communication by telephone. We'll arrive in 1 hour. I look forward to seeing you, Sissel. Dawn is approaching. The darkness surrounding my own mystery is deep, but I know it's always darkest before the dawn. Yes, we're nearing the final stages of our little deal, my good man. Yes, sir, our preparations are complete, sir. And we just had a report, sir. Lights have been spotted, sir. Have they now? By all means, let me have a look. Yes, we're very close. We will now disconnect from the communication cable and have no service until we arrive, sir. Very well. Oh, they're in a submarine. And I guess that's how they get the phone line to the submarine. Nice try, Inspector Cabanela, but you could never stop me. See ya, sucker. So, that submarine guy and his people have a deal going with me, do they? If that's the case, probably aren't the ones who killed me, right? There's definitely something behind the inspector's death. Think I'd better talk to him. What an oddly hard hat. I'd never be able to wear anything like that. Come to think of it, I don't remember seeing it here earlier. Made a loud clunk on the floor, must be pretty solid. It won't move, seems to be stuck on something, just like how my mind is stuck on thinking about the inspector's death. Kinda hard to forget with him sitting right there. Well, I want to inspect the crime scene first before I speak with our victim. No idea what this instrument for. That's filled things I've never seen. And what are these photos of? Little fragments of rock. It was looking at us the whole time. And that's a knit hat? This is a pretty soft hat. I bet even I could wear a hat like this. I remember seeing it here earlier. I wonder, does that old pigeon guy think of his pigeon as a hat? Maybe. And there is a book up there that I missed. Whoops. Well, let's speak to our guy. Hey, do you think you could wake up for me? Oh boy, still unconscious. Hasn't been dead for very long then. I'll just go ahead and go back to 4 minutes before his death. A little nervous about what I might see there. That's where I'm gonna find my answers. I can't run away from it. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. That's a good boy. Gee, a hostage sure is a handy thing. It gives me complete control over the top police inspector in the country. What's the matter? All those broken bones smart a little bit? What's it like to feel pain? Does it make you feel alive? Why are you doing this? Now, is that any kind of question for a top inspector to ask? Isn't it obvious? Revenge, of course. Revenge on all the people who stole my life away 10 years ago. Don't be ridiculous. It was a meteorite that stole your life, or have you forgotten that? Wrong! I was murdered by all of you. Oh. Oh, that's a reanimated corpse. Detective Jowd, who chased me down and forced me into a corner, even though I was innocent. Lynn, that girl who was right there when I was running. Lynn, she was just an innocent little girl playing in the park. If that brat hadn't been there, I never would have thought of taking a hostage. That's the most self-centered garbage I've ever heard. And finally, you, Inspector Cavanella. Me? If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. You were so proud of your spotless record, and my case was the one blot on it, wasn't it? Only 2 people know the real truth. Me and Detective Jowd. I bet tonight's execution will be quite a relief to you, won't it? One of the people who know about the stain on your record will disappear for good. That's why you didn't help him escape from prison. That's the kind of guy you are. I got nothing to say to you. You'd never listen anyway. Ye gods! Now then, Inspector, time to make a big red stain on your spotless white coat. This was another condition of my deal, to wipe out everybody who knew about Temsik. Revenge? That's what I'm up to? Oh, this makes any sense. Hey, man. Mind telling me what's going on? Inspector Cavanella, he's awake. My head is spinning, baby. I might understand. That Cavanella character who just got shot is me? That's right. And you're supposed to be the scoundrel there who just shot me? I guess so. But you couldn't be, could you? Huh? After all, the guy in the red suit just walked out the door, right? So, who are you? Guess I just have to face it. I'm not that Sissel guy. I am somebody who's searching for himself. That's why I'm here to save you. At the very least, you have information about that guy in red. Information I need. So you came on a rescue mission now, did you? Nothing like the sound of that, baby. Because there's a very important life here somewhere. A life valuable to this nation. Okay, so do your thing, baby. So are you a manipulator too? I have ghost tricks, powers of the dead, yeah, but I can't control living creatures. Anywho, I think you better be very careful. That guy in red is a manipulator. Naturally, he knows about powers like yours. If he realizes you're here, things might get a little sticky. You're right, I better be careful. Ooh, look at him. There's that something emanating from his body. Is it really the sign of having special powers of the dead? The top of this bookshelf is lined with books. This one on top is bound so precariously it's a wonder it doesn't fall off. How did the old pigeon guy even reach up here? And I wonder if he makes his pigeon fetch it for him. Yeah, let's see what happens when I'm caught. What's going on? I've never seen the ghost world like this. So you're here, are you? Sense my presence. I noticed you. You think you can stop me, do you? I don't know why you're wearing my face, but you might as well give up now. I control everything. Damn it! Everything, including the life of this police inspector in white. Wait, don't shoot. He shoots. Time's up. Southerme knows the powers of the dead well. Who wouldn't notice what you just did? You were practically shouting, "Look at me, baby." Looks like it'd be hard to save you under these circumstances. Can't use my powers right in front of him like that. Alright. Well, I'm not gonna get the achievement for doing this without him dying. Wait a minute. Yes! I understand. Alright. Wait. Wait for him to get right under there. All those broken bones. Alright, that one's subtle. That just could have gone over his notice, right? Okay, so there was a line of dialogue that I missed when he smams his hand into the stove. Yep. That was a real shocker, baby. Didn't you feel that? He grilled his own fist to crispy perfection. It's just not natural, is it? It's kind of hard to move around here. He has the same kind of powers you do, after all. If you do anything too obvious, he'll notice you. Under these circumstances, I don't know if there's a way to save you. Oh, don't admit that right in front of me, baby! He turns around. Bet tonight, the execution disappear for good. Kind of guy you are. Alright, then he just goes bang bang pa-pow. Okay, so he smams his hand. He point. Alright, so I have to not listen in to the thing, even though it makes the scene go by faster. Alright, he point. Hey, I'm going to die all over again, man! But what can I do when he's right there watching? Nothing's going to get all just standing around. When in doubt, just keep moving. That's my secret. No, just keep moving quite a bit. Well, I noticed a path. Aha! Look at this place. Yeah, what happened here? What in the world happened here? I think I'm starting to remember. Something bad happened here, and now there's another death lying hidden here. Ah! Didn't I tell you from the start? Didn't I say there was a very important life valuable to the nation here? I thought we were talking about you! I'm just a crazy character in a white coat, baby. The Pigeon Man! No! This is some kind of device. Very astute observation. Sorry, my memory isn't working. Yeah, mine isn't working too well right now either. I do remember seeing somebody use this equipment, though. What happens if I were to open this? It's too heavy, can't budget. Oh, it opens in one way. Well, we got only one thing to do now. Excuse me. Are you awake? Of course. Never sleep during work hours. Professor, do you recognize me? There's only one crazy character in a white coat that I know of. He hasn't lost his memory. I'm not the type who likes losing things, but never mind that. Cavanaugh, this is quite a surprising guest you brought with you. Pretending like he did just blow up the place. Are you talking about me? Oh, this is a different guy, and I'm his guest actually. He said he came here to rescue us. Unlike you, my sharp friend, he still hasn't gotten his memory back. Pitiful. Oh, that hurts. Anyway, now we'll be going back to 4 minutes before your death in order to change your fate, that is. But aren't we already in the past, man? But we can go back even further. I've done it before. Still don't see a path to save Inspector Cabanela, but if we go back further, maybe I'll find a lead. How many times do I have to tell you, Professor, this place is dangerous? Don't be daft, I can't leave now. He's completely dead, but just as I thought, I'm getting a reading. This is the source of his powers. If I remove it... He's not dead, he's just not there. The true form of the manipulator isn't something you can detect, it's a spirit. Ridiculous. Well, not so ridiculous now, is it? Heh heh heh. So you figured it all out, huh? You're a clever man, Inspector Cabanela. So it's really true. You're... I wasted a lot of time tonight because of you, Inspector. But it's all just like you said. I died 10 years ago. This body's just a vessel. A shell. I control everything. This shell, people. Just like I controlled the Justice Minister and Lynn. So it's true. You were manipulating my baby that time? You made her shoot your shell. But why? Why would you do a thing like that? To create conclusive evidence. You know, on that security tape. Now she's a murderer too. She'll suffer just like Jowd did. Now then, Professor, I'm afraid it's time for you to die. I don't have any grudge against you. I'm even grateful to you. Oh yeah, so why don't you let me live then? I'll be leaving this country forever tonight, but before I do, I need to erase all evidence that these powers of mine exist. Along with the contraption in this room. This time the thing will work the way it was meant to, and it'll all be over. Cupid won't turn this time. He'll shoot his arrow this way. Professor, look out! Dynamite, when the devil did he put that there? I planned it all out tonight. Having my baby shoot him, having his corpse disappear. His corpse disappeared? That medical examiner, remember him? He was a complete and utter imposter. No. He said he was going to take the corpse back to the lab, and he'd already made a deal with the manipulator to meet him and give him the body back. But I wasn't going to let that happen, baby. He saw through their plan A. Noticed right away the medical examiner didn't know the first thing about examining a body. I knew he was a fake, so I tracked him down and bought him off. Bought him off? Had him smuggle the corpse into this room. I thought we could find the source of his powers. Of course, never in my wildest dreams did I think his abilities were powers of the dead. Anyway, there isn't much time. He's leaving the country before dawn. I'm gonna follow him, of course, after I save you two. Something's been nagging at the back of my mind. I remember what Ray said to me tonight. He said that spirits cease to exist when the day breaks. But if that's true, how could a spirit from 10 years ago still be here? No time for thinking now, baby. Action is the name of the game. Work your magic and take us back even further into the past. Alright, man. Jump in there and stop that explosion, would you? Easy enough for you to say. Foolish of you to say, too. If you stop the explosion, he'll just do me in some other way. Fair enough, then jump in there and take care of that man in red, would you? I repeat, easy enough for you to say. And most likely impossible to boot. A huge explosion didn't even make him bat an eye. Well, what would you propose then, Professor, pray tell? Your best bet is to save me during the explosion without him noticing. Easy enough for you to say. What's with all these people? Jump in there and do something! Alright, well now I can see what the device is. This device has that meteorite data entered into it. If it detects Temsic radiation, it responds. Guess sometimes it's important not to think about things too much. What a sorry pair. Well, what do you think you're doing? I just thought I'd try it out. If you do, you're going to set the contraption in motion. Oh yeah. I just thought, he just thought he'd blow me up, is what he thought. That was my bad, but there aren't a whole lot of things I can use my tricks on in this room. Can't open it. The fact that Professor's standing on it have anything to do with it? I may look small, but I'm pretty heavy set. This door is such a pity. Too bad it doesn't open downward. Sometimes life can be so hard, wouldn't you agree, Professor? Yeah, that's why we're both dead. Door that opens downward. Rats. Alright, there's gonna be a moment when the professor's not standing on it. No use, can't open it. Is he more heavyset than he looks too? Why are you asking me? As you perhaps have already noticed, time is running out. There aren't a whole lot of things I can use my ghost tricks on in here. Sissel. I know that voice. Help me. Where are you? Find me. Before I'm carried away. That's what the frail sounded call for help. He's here somewhere. Missile, yes! A friend of yours. Yeah, the little guy who looks a little fragile with his strength that surprised you. Was asking for you to find him. Before he's carried away, no less. Most out of time, should I look for him? Yes! There he is! Is Sissel, here I am! Oh hey, it's Missile! What are you doing there? You really have to ask? Seriously, are you really going there? No, that's okay, never mind. Anyway, you need your powers, will you help me out? Of course! Here, let me come join you! Okay, here I am, Sissel. Now maybe things will flow in a new direction, even though the flow of the sewer is a little bit stinky. Okay, let's stop that explosion. Oh no, we can't do that. Okay, let's take care of the man in red. No, we can't do that either. Can't do this, we can't do that, what can we do? We let the explosion happen, then we rescue the pigeon guy without the man in red noticing. And your powers are the key to all of it, Missile. I don't know about that, but I'll do my best. Talking about a matter of seconds, we can't miss our chance. Huh? Those squeaky guys are making a fuss about something. Sissel, my animal instincts are starting to surface. You mean you want to chase them? I think you have to be alive to do that. There must be some kind of rat feast in that trash can. Those things usually make a bigger commotion than that. Prey at night. They stalk at night. Now that's what I call some proper commotion. They're making that trash can dance. Truth be told, I feel a bit like dancing now myself. It's getting hard and hold like 12 instants back. What a dangerous bunch. Wait. Sissel! I've seen this shape somewhere before. Yes. I said I've been aware of shapes, not locations. Oh yes, I see it. Good job. Oh. Ah! Alright, I see it. I see it after the fate change. Okay. 3, 2, come on, rats. 1. Aha! Look out! Sorry, little pigeon. As for you, Inspector, I have a little job for you. I can't move. I think I have 4 or 5 broken bones. I don't mind. It won't prevent me from manipulating you. Might make it hurt a little bit when I move you, though. Quite a bit, actually. Damn you! I can't believe it. You lot actually pulled it off. Sorry, Inspector Cavanaugh, I couldn't do anything to help you. And there I am, a poor, broken heap of arms and legs. But no matter, I enjoyed the show. Magic disappearing act, that is. Nothing like it, baby. Yeah, except unlike a normal magic trick, I'm the one that managed to vanish without a trace here. What's the matter? You look like you'd rather be dead, not that you aren't. I was just remembering the fact that right about now, the real me is giving the poor Justice Minister a real fright. Oh, that phone call? Yeah, he was pretty upset. Excuse me, mister. You really shouldn't be mean like that. What's this lively little creature? Oh, this little dog is the warrior who keeps Camilla safe, or he would be if he was actually still full of life. Camilla. Gods in heaven, what a terrible thing, that poor little girl taken hostage. It's a cruel twist of fate indeed. Wait just a minute. Miss Camilla's a hostage? Yes, we're sorry, little warrior. Miss Camilla? A hostage? What's a hostage? Anyway, Inspector Cavanaugh, it's time to save your life now. But you couldn't get very far when you tried before, am I right? But this time it's different, right, Sissel? That's right. With us working together, it's a whole different situation. We'll save the Inspector in white, and then we'll go rescue Camilla, okay? Okay, let's hurry up and get through this. Gee, kids, you're making me feel like an afterthought. Alright, let's get started. Inspector Cavanaugh is upstairs, so our first step is to get up there. Sissel will go up first and wait for you. Okay, lovey-dove, we need your help. Carry this measuring device upstairs. It has Mr. Ghost in it, so don't drop it. You've got grit, little pigeon. Better go up there before the little pigeon's strength gives out. There you are, Sissel! Sorry for the wait, Miss Soul. 4 minutes from now, the Inspector will be killed by a gun. You just jump in there and stop him from firing, would you? There you go again with that stuff. Besides, it doesn't make any sense. If you stop him from firing, he'll just kill you some other way. Wait a minute. That sounds familiar. Same situation as mine. Your best bet this time around is allow him to shoot, and then save Cavanella without him noticing. It's even worse than last time. Don't forget, whenever you want to use my powers, just press the missile button. Ah, yes. Okay. You smash he hand down, right? That's my angle. He points. Oh, did you see that? That bad Sissel turned around. Do you have to call him that? Yeah, maybe this is our chance to try some ghost tricks. The only time he takes his eyes off of me, too. You have something to do, do it now. Alright, look for similar shapes. cannot find similar shapes. Alright, he noticed, so... Not the helmet. The helmet is too unsubtle. The bullet will be the key. Alright, I'm going to have to switch the bullet in midair, which is ridiculous. I'm a little scared right now. Why didn't he die? Because he's already dead. He died 10 years ago. I knew full well he wouldn't die if I shot him. Why did he go to the trouble shooting him at all? Time's almost up. That's enough chit-chat. Now let's shoot slightly. These last split seconds are our chance. Two. Wait. What is the goal here? The book! What? Maybe he won't notice. What was that? He asks. He didn't notice. Okay. Okay. Well, would you look at that? Right on the hook! I love knit hats. So warm and most of all soft. Now that I'm looking at, that hat is the same shape as the helmet you just knocked down. I thought so. Wait a minute. So, the hard hat won't fit on his head, but the soft hat will. And then we switch the hard hat once it gets onto our head. It's not any longer. I made a mistake. Alright, he doesn't know it's us yet. Okay, it's forming. The plan is forming. We get the bullet caught into the hard hat. If I need it, which I might not. Because I think I'm in it now. I think I have figured it out. How did the man in white die? He got shot with the gun. How come people die when they hear that loud bang? That's why he got shot with a bullet. A little lump of metal proves fatal when it gets lodged in his head. It's like a little tiny Mino, right? Yeah, something like that, I guess, different shape. I'll be able to use my powers on it to save the man in white. Good news. Okay. Yes, good job. Oh, he thinks... I don't think he knows. Looks like pulled off yet another magic disappearing act. Now I say again, I love knit hats. So warm and most of all soft. Did I do alright? You did a fine job, little one. You saved another life. And I'll keep doing it too, over and over. Oh, avert without any deaths after the final fate change, so it's fine. I saw a note just these 4 minutes gave me all the answers I've been looking for. Our research these past 10 years pales in comparison, right, Professor? So you two are working together. That's about the size of it, yeah? Who would believe a story about a manipulator? So we pursued it ourselves, just the 2 of us. I'm quite a crazy character myself, after all. Okay, let's hurry back. Back to our time. We have to rescue Miss Camilla. You're right, Missile. There's a certain guy I have to follow, too. After completing his revenge on Inspector Cavanella, the man in red left. And now a new story is about to unfold in a new present. How are you feeling, you old crazy character? Hey there, Professor. We're both alive, I see. Yeah, nothing like it, baby, but I don't know if I'm getting old or what. I've got a few aches and pains here and there. Used to be a little thing like an explosion wouldn't bother me. Yeah, right, like I'm going to believe that. So what, the guy in red is gone, eh? Just in case I posted special investigation units all around the building. Let's just pray the boys came through for us. Damn, you picked a bad time not to listen to me, body of mine. Well, it looks like both their deaths were erased. Unfortunately, in the case of the Inspector and White, I can't call it a complete success. But in any case, these 2 have the information I need to start tracking the manipulator. Better talk to them. If I knew things were going to end up like this, I would have tried to die in that explosion, baby. That way I could have been dancing after Big Red by now. Might be able to erase deaths, but it's true we can't do much about injuries. Really, you shouldn't talk that way. Yeah, sorry, I suppose you're right. I just hate feeling so helpless. He's right there within my grasp. All of our plans were resting on tonight, and then this had to happen. Guess he's thinking about a spotless record. It's not too late, Inspector. We still have a chance. Maybe I can catch him. You're right. That's not a bad idea. I'll cooperate with you fully. Go ahead and fire away any questions you like, Mr. Ghost. We first found out about the manipulator's existence during a certain overseas communication. For national security purposes, this country keeps tabs on the communications networks. This particular communication was about making a deal with a certain foreign country. He said he wanted them to buy him and his powers. That's how we first heard about him. Of course, we didn't know what he looked like at the time. And in order to prove these powers of his, he gave them 2 predictions. He foresaw 2 completely preposterous, impossible cases. The case of a man who would sing in national secrets during a live rock concert broadcast, and the case of a man who would take the chief commissioner hostage in his own office. kept tabs on their communications and launched an investigation. And then finally, we pinpointed where they were going to meet tonight and staked it out. That restaurant, the Chicken Kitchen. The manipulator plans on leaving this country tonight on a submarine that belongs to the other country in this deal. But we haven't been able to find out where it's going to surface. It's terrifying to think what would happen if his powers were to fall into their hands. Right, highly unlikely they'd use him for peaceful purposes. Now they have that little girl as a hostage. We have to stop him before he leaves the country. That guy mentioned revenge. Revenge against the people who stole his life away 10 years ago. He's a fool. He's the one who made the decision to take that little girl hostage and he wound up dead. He only has himself to blame. What about when he said this? I was murdered by all of you. Detective Chowd, Lynn the girl, and finally you. If you haven't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. Yes, 10 years ago on that day, the Special Investigation Unit was working on a certain big case. We hauled in a young man, an important witness to our investigation. And then I did it. I made 2 very stupid mistakes. Detective, I'm telling you, I don't know anything about it. Fine. You're under no obligation to talk, of course. But if you don't, the Special Investigation Unit can make the rest of your life a living hell. But I'd just been assigned to the Special Investigation Unit, you see. They didn't share much info on big cases with a newbie like me yet, and I wanted to impress them. It was only supposed to be a simple matter of taking his statement. But I was too green. I pushed him too hard, I drove him into a corner and made him lose all hope. That was my first mistake. Then I made another mistake on top of that. Cavanella, got a minute? The chief wants to see you about your report. Got it, I'll be right there. You stay right here and be a good boy now. And that's when I did it. I left it behind in the interrogation room. My gun. How could you use my gun to escape? What he said is true. If I hadn't made that mistake, he never would have had a gun to point at Lynn in the first place. This spotless record of yours, is it really that important to you? Of course, baby. In some ways it's more important to me than my life. After all, it's because of my record that I'm able to get my hands on all intel as head of the Special Investigation Unit, and because of my position, I get to direct all aspects of the investigation into the Manipulator case. The Manipulator case? That's why you cared about your record so much? Of course! Why else, baby? I just never could believe it, man. Chowd shooting Alma? I didn't care that he confessed. There was definitely something more to the story, some secret. I did everything I could to climb the ladder, everything in my power. And then I finally found the answer. It took 5 long years, though. The Manipulator. He's going to prove that Chowd is innocent. There's one thing I just don't understand. If you were so determined to help Detective Chowd, why didn't you help him escape from prison? That's an easy one, baby. Escaping from prison is a crime. I wasn't about to help him commit a crime after spending 5 years trying to prove him innocent, and he himself asked to be executed, you know. As a man of the law, I had to make sure the execution was stopped legally. And that's why I brought him before the Justice Minister, too. I needed to buy as much time as I possibly could, baby. But there's one little unfortunate result of all this. Lynn completely misunderstood your intentions. What's a little misunderstanding? My baby will come around, give it time. But there are more important things to do with our time tonight. Mr. Superintendent, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? I haven't always been a junkyard superintendent, you know. I used to be part of the police. Not as a detective, but as a medical examiner. I investigated victims' cause of death. 10 years ago, I was asked to autopsy a strange corpse, hit by a meteorite fragment and died instantly. That's what the police report said. There were no signs of life. He was definitely dead, but I never filed an autopsy report. That's because the corpse suddenly vanished, leaving behind only one clue. I bet that's what I've been chasing all night. Could you tell me more? Yeah, sure. I have an interest in you recovering your memory and finding your true identity, too. That's the only way I can describe it, too. It was an unusual corpse. He was dead, all right. No question about that. There wasn't a scratch on him. No, he was hit by a meteorite fragment. I don't understand it any more than you do. I was completely bewildered, but when I tried to autopsy him, I was even more puzzled. I couldn't perform the autopsy. You couldn't? What do you mean? The scalpel went in, but I couldn't cut. As soon as I tried to make an incision, it would heal up in the very next instant. And that's how it went, and no scarring or blood either. And I never had the chance to solve the mystery. That's because the corpse up and vanished on us. The morgue is well guarded. Nobody could have stolen that body. But there's one way the corpse could have disappeared. What's that? It got up, opened the door, and walked out on its own. He was dead, but he wasn't dead. We saw it with our own eyes tonight. Not even that explosion could kill him. He didn't even feel it when he slammed his fist on that stove. But what about the clue left behind? The corpse left behind some data from some testing I did. Got some readings for some kind of radiation coming off that body. I used all kinds of instruments, but I couldn't determine exactly what kind of radiation it was. Some undiscovered type from a world unknown. That's right, it was coming from that meteorite fragment. I went to that park and tested the spot where the meteorite fell. And just as I expected, I detected radiation coming from that crater. It was the exact same pattern of radiation as that of the corpse. At the time, I thought he was some kind of immortal being. He would die only to come back to life. I wanted to research it all in depth, so I quit my job as a police medical examiner. Several years later, I came to learn the connection between my research and the manipulator case. Thanks to the arrival of this crazy character here. Oh, stop! Now, Professor, do you want to see me blush? It was about a year ago, I'd say. This man in white came dancing into my research lab here. I heard there was an oddball here who's researching Temzik. Is that you, baby? Who are you to be calling anybody an oddball? I was investigating the manipulator case then. Then I heard there was a man who quit the police force to study the meteorite. When I heard that, it was like a meteorite had struck me on the head. At the time, we were just starting to get leads on this manipulator. We didn't know who he was yet, but we knew he was communicating with a certain foreign country. In one of those communications, we heard the manipulator say this. The source of my power is not of this world. And that's when I put two and two together, baby. The manipulator case and Temzik were somehow connected. Which also explained how 5 years ago he used his powers to manipulate a birthday surprise a little girl made for her mother. He added that gun to the contraption, most likely by controlling Camilla. It's that contraption in the basement here. You built that to try and help Detective Jowd. That's right, Jowd and I worked together back when I was with the Force. I used the reports of his case to try and recreate the device, but there was just one part of it that I couldn't reproduce no matter how hard I tried. Camilla told Jowd it did something it shouldn't have and made an impossible move. I added that part to the device I recreated. I put in a part that would allow Cupid to rotate, otherwise the gun wouldn't fire. So that must mean somebody manipulated Camilla's contraption. As a result, we proved to ourselves that the manipulator actually existed. Inspector Cavanella! Hey, baby. Sorry about that phone call. It must sound like a real villain. I hated to spoil your image of me, of that cool cat inspector you've always looked up to. Is that really the image she had of him? Inspector Cavanella, I'm sorry. I just heard you were chasing after that man all this time to try to help Detective Jowd. This manipulator is such a dangerous character. I was hoping you didn't have to be involved. That's why you had me arrested tonight, isn't it? Like I always say, if somebody's in the way, throw him in the slammer. Yikes. Tonight, I really thought we finally had him. But my body gave out on me right at the critical moment. It's like a cruel joke. But a joke is a joke. You might as well laugh. Jowd! The minister called off the execution order. While I was at it, he let Detective Jowd go free until tomorrow morning, too. That's pretty extreme while he was at it. Sorry it took so long to get here. You can leave the rest to me. There you go again, you've always been like that. You make everybody else run around, then you swoop in at the last second. Jowd. 5 years ago, you left this coat with me just before you turned yourself in. I promised to give it back to you one day. Just like a Disney princess. I've waited so long, Detective Jowd. Waiting for this day to come. Thanks for not giving up on me, Lynn. Okay, I'm off then. Good luck, my old friend. This present you gave me is just what I needed. Thank you. Glad you like it. Sissel, are you there? Yeah, I'm here. You and I have to go find that man. I need your help. Will you do this with me? Sure, but how? We don't know where the submarine is and the phone line doesn't work. They use communication cables to make their calls. We'll get you hooked up somehow, you'll see. Could you wait here until we do, please? Okay, fine, I'm counting on you. This true self you're looking for. I bet you'll find it soon. Alright, I'm leaving. Inspector Cavanella. It's almost dawn. I'm not who I thought I was. I'm actually further from knowing who I am than ever. But now I don't feel so alone. Each one of us, for his or her own reasons, is looking for the truth. Together I think we can shed light on these mysteries and drive away the darkness. But it's almost dawn. That's chapter 15. We got one more chapter in me, I think. 4:19 a.m. Oh, we're cutting it close. Lynn kept her promise about getting me hooked up. About 2 hours before dawn, the phone rang. Hello? This is Jowd. Sissel, are you listening? We need your powers. No time to talk, we'll be waiting for you. Trace complete. The control room. They somehow got in there. How? Well, you better get going. This long night is drawing to an end. Yeah, it looks like it. Thank you for all your help tonight. I'm the one who should be thanking you. At the other end of the phone line, I'm finally gonna find all my answers. I better go. I hope Missel's coming with. Single telephone line connects me and the other Sissel, but that single line spreads out like a spider's web to ensnare the fates of many people. And I just reached the center of the web. Welcome to the Yanoa, Detective Jowd. My detective sense must have gotten rusty. I didn't even sense your presence here in the dark. That's because I switched the power to my mask off, Detective Jowd. I used your phone. Hope you don't mind. God, never thought you'd track us here, especially seeing as you're a death row inmate. And I'm equally surprised about your choice of transportation. Submarine, eh? But how did you find us, my man? Not even the police knew where the Yanoa was going to surface, confound it! We detectives have a little saying. If there's something you want to know about a case, ask the criminals. The bullet the man in red was shot with had a radio transmitter in it. I have a little something for you. Ooh, and that's what that pocket watch was. Cavanella's given me some pretty weird presents in the past, but they always prove useful. This one was a radio receiver made to look like a pocket watch. Yes, Inspector Cavanella, he is an excellent investigator. By the way, where is that man in red? I know he's on this submarine somewhere. Ah, it's Sissel, you mean? Oh, there he is. You! You can relax, that's nothing but his shell. His shell? His spirit isn't here right now. Most likely right about now, he's controlling your daughter. Please, I beg you, let my daughter go. If you need a hostage, take me. Just please, let her go. Ah! There's something our nation needs. Sissel has it. That's all we care about, my man. Nothing else matters. However, it would appear Sissel has underestimated us. He's left behind his precious bargaining chip here. Bargaining chip. Our nation has already researched it. This product that Sissel has to offer is the source of his powers. What in the world was that? The Tevisic fragment. It gives spirits special powers. And now our deal with Sissel's concluded, as far as we're concerned. What are you talking about? What a mistake to make. Right at the most critical moment. Now then, Detective Jowd. Farewell. What in the world? The whole room just vanished. Detective Jowd, where did he go? What now? I think I heard an explosion somewhere. In any case, Lynn and the little lady should be here somewhere. I smell danger. I better find them and fast. So you're here, huh? It's Missile! Yes, I think even I remember who you are by now. What do you suppose that shock was a minute ago? I have no idea, of course. I'm just a little sheltered apartment dog. My loss of memory can't say it much better. Anyway, let's hurry up and go save Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla. Do you think that trusty nose of yours can sniff them out? I'm sorry to say I don't think it can. I even bother ask, but you do have the power to swap objects, so let's go find that little lady detective and the little lady together. You got it. Oh shit. Telephone is ringing. Wow! It's Miss Camilla, I just know it. My trusty nose is practically screaming it at me. Think you call that more of a hunch. Let's get to that phone before it stops ringing. You bet! Hello? Hello? Miss Camilla, hello? It's no use. This black hello just doesn't like me. Just create a path for me, Missile. We'll come right over. Oh shit! I think it just heard another little explosion in the distance. Got a bad feeling about this. Sissel, look! The black hello! It came off the hook! Better answer it fast. Hello? Hello, Miss Camilla! Miss Camilla! What is it, Missile? Hurry! Hurry! Oh, it's on missile mode. Hello? Is anybody there? It's her, the little lady. It's Sissel. Where are you? Somebody please answer. She can't hear my voice. You too? Oh, good. I thought she was ignoring me. Somebody help me. Lynn is... Oh, again? Let's go, Sissel. How many times, Lynn? It's no use. Nobody's answering. Miss Camilla, Miss Lynn, oh poor Miss Lynn. She can't seem to catch a break. Looks like another tragedy has happened. Sorry to keep you waiting, little lady. Sissy, you knew you'd come. Miss Camilla, and Missile too. I'm so glad to see you're alright. Well, I wouldn't say I'm alright exactly. Hey, wait a minute. Missile, your voice. I think I remember hearing it somewhere before. Well, my voice? Camilla has a core now. That means she did hear Missile's voice before when you saved her that time. So that was you, wasn't it, Missile? You're the one who saved me in the park tonight. Thank you. Miss Camilla, I'm so glad I was born your little doggy. Hey, Missile, could you stay here and watch over your mistress for a while? Huh? But don't you need my powers? I'll see what I can do on my own for a while. After all, you're the only one who can protect her. Okay, I'll do it. Thank you, Missile. Wonder what happened happened this time. Better talk to Lil Ace more, and then I better do something about the detective lady. That's alright, I can't help right now, Sissel. I think you better stay with Miss Camilla. That's alright, I think so too. After all, you're the only one who can protect her. Could you say that again? I really like the sound of that. Maybe later, oh boy. Can I talk to you a minute? Yes? Could you tell me what happened to you? Alright. It was crammed into the suitcase. Let's see, after that, I think I fell asleep. I woke up to the sound of an engine. I thought to myself, I have to escape. The next thing I knew, I found myself in this big room. I was so tired I couldn't move, and then... Camilla... I was so relieved I don't remember what happened after that. Oh, passed out, huh? I don't think so. You've been through so much. You were very brave. I think Lynn's probably been through more than me. You've both been brave. Well, let's bring her back. Oh, Cicely, you're here. Lynn, what in the world happened here? I don't know. I just sort of blacked out all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead. I guess we wouldn't know in that case. And where's Detective Jowd? Is he alright? I don't know. The room he was in just disappeared all of a sudden. Now it's all making even less sense than before. After we left the super's office, we followed after the man in red. We tracked him with that radio transmitter Inspector Cavanaugh fired into him with the bullet. The man in red took a boat out to sea from a small harbor on the edge of town. Detective Jowd and I managed to secretly stow away on his boat. And then when we sneaked onto the submarine with him when it surfaced. Before long, the submarine dove back down again. Detective Jowd and I decided to split up. He would take care of the telephone line, and I would look for Camilla. I found Camilla hiding here in the engine room. She had escaped and run away here. Wow, that's quite an adventure. What happened next? I don't know. There was a flash of white all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead. Sounds like it'd be quicker to see for myself. Camilla, are you okay? Knew it. Camilla? Hello, Lynn, or is it Detective now? It's been 10 years since we last met. Are you really that man from the park 10 years ago? Well, I see there's no need to introduce myself. Give Camilla back, she has nothing to do with any of this. Afraid I can't do that. This is my last chance. The phone is ringing. It's not for me. Nobody ever calls the dead. The fact that you're here means that my revenge plan has failed. It didn't happen tonight, did it? His execution. Well, knowing him, I half expected as much. That's why I was waiting here like this, waiting for him to show up. Wouldn't it be just what he wanted, to be executed by his own daughter? I heard about 10 years ago. I feel sorry about what happened to you. But revenge? Nobody could possibly know what an explosion. Uh-oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. Have I been had? Look out! Revenge? That's a feeling I just can't understand. Of course not. You're not him. He was going to shoot Detective Jowd as Camilla when he came to rescue her. It's just too horrible. Let's bring you back to life again. You don't have to add the again part. I mean, you can add several agains in there. Let's see, the cause of death this time was that mysterious explosion. You're pretty up for a dead woman. You know how detectives love a good mystery. It's like a shot of vitamins. What do you mean for a dead woman? Guess we should look for a way to stop that explosion. Finding clues is like a dose of minerals to a detective. I have no idea what vitamins or minerals are. Huh? Alright, I am basically just stuck here. Alright, where is this phone going? Right, the receiver has to be off the hook first. Don't look at me, I can't do it. I don't have any hands or feet right now. If you want something done, do it yourself. Haha! Hey, we somehow managed to knock down the receiver. Who's to say that's not how I planned it? Hello? Anybody there? If anybody's still there, get yourself here on the double. We're about to head out. Speak up, why don't you answer? Anyway, come if you're coming, we're leaving. I have an idea. That is probably where they are activating the explosion. So it must be true what they say, that there are restless ghosts on board. That does it, I promise to turn over a new leaf, Mom. Who's he calling restless ghosts? Well, it's true, neither one of us is really resting in peace. Looks like the sub just lost one of its crew. Guess that means the fate of this sub has changed slightly. Sissel's underestimated us. He's left behind his precious bargaining chip here. Detective Chad, what's going on there? I saw this little deer go down once before. In just a moment, the man in red is about to get his Temsic fragment taken away. I don't get it. What's happening? They decided to conclude the deal without the other party present. They're just going to go ahead and steal the Temsic fragment. That's cheating. I think we have more important things to think about right now. Where's the Temsic fragment going to go? Now what do these switches do? Nothing's happening. Sure seems like it should do something. Maybe it's some kind of ornament? No, it budge. I don't have to lower it right now. If I ever had to move it, I could probably get Lynn to do it for me. Haha. And it goes on to the Sonic the Hedgehog spring. It really is like Sonic the Hedgehog. My Chaos Emeralds! The Temsic fragment your mind at last! The objective has been achieved. Now we detach the control room as planned. Yes, sir. Farewell, sir. What happened? The whole room just disappeared. Don't worry, Lynn. I bet Detective Jack can take care of himself. The main thing right now is rescuing you and the little lady. I can't believe this is happening. I better hurry along before Sissel discovers what he's lost and comes after me. Then you know what will be his coffin. May it lie buried here in the deep sea forever. Farewell, Sissel. That's the cause of that giant explosion. Don't tell me that's another thing you forgot. The torpedo. You've heard of a missile before, haven't you? Yeah, sure. Looks like he plans to sink the submarine with that thing. This is not good. We have to do something before that torpedo's fired. Can't let it launch. What can we do? Get to the torpedo as fast as we can. Maybe we can find a way to stop it somehow. A true detective never gives up. Certainly can't ignore it. What are you doing? There's no time, it's gonna launch. Let's still find a way to stop it. How? Yeah, how? Just have to stop it from detonating, right? There's still something we can do, I hope. Why was the hope at the end of the strongest part of that sentence? Here goes! Oh, you poor little guy! Oh my god! I came along for the ride without giving it too much thought. Was this really the best move? I think so. We just have to keep it from going off, right? I'm sure this poor little rat would thank us too. How in the world did it get in here? I think these outside parts are supposed to be weights of some sort. Spinning black things. Apparently their spinning helps the torpedo maintain its bounce. They must be pretty heavy. If we can use these weights to our advantage somehow. This is probably the detonator. Don't press it, the torpedo will explode. Better be careful. There should be a safety device around here somewhere. I have to put the safety on before this thing blows up. Do you know how a torpedo works? I saw it explained once in a book. On impact, the fuse in the tip is depressed. That in turn sets off the detonator. How do we stop it? They didn't explain anything about that in the book. These Texans sure know a lot. Or not. This looks like just the thing. If we clamp this thing on the fuse, it should keep it from moving. What does that mean exactly? It means we might be able to stop the torpedo from exploding with this. I don't understand all the details, but I do want to give it a try. You have to get something out of the way first. We've dumped the little creature off. Those weights were heavy enough to turn the whole torpedo over. Now that safety device. We claimed the safety device. That should keep this torpedo from exploding. There's just one problem. Torpedo's still going to impact. Can't do anything about that. Uh-oh. Okay, cool, good. What was that noise? Looks like the torpedo still hit the submarine, but it looks like the submarine is still okay. This changes everybody's fate, including the little rats. We did it! What's the matter? You still look unhappy. We stopped the torpedo from blowing up, but we still opened up a gaping hole in the submarine. You're right. I guess that's just what missiles do. They're unstoppable. I guess we better get back to the present as quickly as we can. Worried about Camilla. We managed to stop death for now, but it hasn't disappeared altogether. It's now slowly but surely filling the room. Uh-oh. Water is seeping in through the hole where the torpedo hit. Gotta get them out of here. Better go meet up with Lynn. It shows the 3 machines is equipped with a fan. It appears there are 2 sizes of fan. Lights went out, but this machine apparently still works. Guess it won't run for very long. Better hurry over. It's not safe to stay here. I just don't have the power to stop that water from coming in. Haha! Lynn. Camilla, you're awake. How do you feel? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I pointed that gun at you. Don't worry about that. That wasn't you. Miss Camilla. Oh, Missile, you're here. Poor Miss Camilla. Miss Lynn, what should we do? We have to get out of here before any more water comes in. Cecil should be along any second. I'm so happy everybody's going to be with me now while we all drown to death. Except for us who are already dead. I'll get you out of here. If it's the last thing I do! Better send a signal before it's too late. Okay, send a get out of here, Camilla, but it's so dark I can barely see. Now what? Looks like a pipe's made out of glass. See a lot of cracks, can't fix them. I don't have to. A cute little fan. Must be connected to one of those big machines. Oh, look at that flashlight. It's Cecil, he's here. Up you go. Glad you're here, Sissel. Sorry for the wait. Looks like this room is going to fill up with water fast. Better get out that door as quick as we can. We won't be getting out that door. I'm afraid the water pressure is too great already. I can't open it. What does water pressure mean? Think of it as the force of the water holding the door closed. The water level keeps getting higher and higher in here. The only way out is up. Look at that ladder. Wonder if we can get it down somehow. I can't swim. Neither can Camilla. Don't you have any good news for me? Hey, think about it. In the meantime, could you hurry up, please? Must be a switch that lowers the ladder. Probably the person who designed this didn't miscalculate the ladder length. I have to warn you, I can't swim. Aha! Aha! Oh, no. What was that? Looks like the water seeping in isn't the only thing we have to worry about. Flashlight doesn't work anymore. Contacts are bad or something. You can fix it with your powers. That's taking things a bit too far. Did you used to be an electrician in your past life or something? That's a cruel question considering the circumstances. Now all you have to do is get to that door, and we're... Of course, there goes our flashlight and everything else. And it's time to go up again. Ow. What happened now? Looks like the submarine decided to rear up on its hind legs. Can't believe we're still okay after that fall. Either we're really lucky or we're dead and we just haven't realized it yet. As if the latter could be true. What now? The water sure is rising fast. Just have to go up to the top. Think you see a familiar flame over there? Yes, there he is. Sissel, there you are. How's it going? I'd say it's going pretty badly. You do understand how dangerous this situation is, don't you? Of course, after all, just ask anybody who knows how much I hate taking a bath. Okay, ready to create a path for these ladies, of course. Go up is easier said than done when I'm holding Camilla. What do? Have to create a path. If we could do that, there wouldn't be any problem. There we go, finally. Now I can move. The piston is sticking out right in front. It's like they're taunting me. Wasn't holding Camilla could probably do it easily. You're not telling this Camilla? No. Alright, so adjust it so that it is ladders shapes. Yes! Alright, the steam. There's no way to go around. Now it's hitting me as steam hot enough to melt a person. My boots and coat are soaking wet. Can't hear the water treat you like that. Let me lamp it all up for you. Better not. It's salt water. Achoo. Working on it. If I swap the pipes, it changes how the steam comes out, because the cracks in each pipe are different. Alright, I'm trying. I'm fucking trying. Did I soft lock myself? Oh, I did not. By closing this valve, I've shut off the steam flow to that first pipe. I can't freaking do it if you're just... Oh no, the water's gotten really close. I can see all that well with this steam here. No! Ah! Alright, there we go. We can make it to that door, we can escape. How am I gonna get up there? Don't yell at me! How can I yell at you when you're so sweet about it? There we go. Grab the chain. Ah. It's no use. Must be stuck. This way. Huh? What just happened? I can't believe my eyes. Lynn and the lily suddenly vanished, leaving only darkness and seawater. The submarine continues to sink down into the deep, deep sea, but I still want to try and make my way up as far as possible. I still want to head up to find a single ray of light to illuminate the truth at the bottom of this deep, deep darkness. That's right, we're going Soma. So that's gonna be next time on Ghost Trick. We're gonna finish the main story up next time. Can you believe it? It's almost done. Yee-haw. Okay. That's gonna be the stream as well. Yeah, I'm ending it on this. You can't stop me.